This is to conquer book clutter once and for all. Shoana has some great ideas, and trust me, I am listening because I got books everywhere, and I love them, and I'm so attached to them. So let's talk about what we can do to get it under control.
Yeah. So everyone has their different, their different vice or whatever, their problem spots. It could be junk drawers and all these other things that we talked about. But books for a lot of people are something that pile up. And people don't know what to do with them. They've got them in stacks everywhere. They're shoved into bookshelves just for the sake of keeping them. And I encourage people to think, why? Like, I'm not someone who says, oh, get rid of all your stuff. I don't believe in that. That's cruel and that's mean. There's a reason why you're holding on to that stuff, no matter what it is.
Right.
And so I encourage people, before feeling the guilt of keeping it, think about why. Think why. Why can I not let this book go, or these stack of books, or whatever it might be? There is always a reason.
There's always a reason.
Books, maybe you didn't have the books you wanted as a kid, or you were a poor reader as a kid, and now you're a good reader, so now you want to keep the books. Like, there's, I'm not a therapist. I can't help you with that a whole lot. But I'm sympathetic to you, so I'm not going to march into your house and say, get rid of them all, that's ridiculous, you're keeping them. No, that's cruel. But what I would like to say is, think about why, because that might release you. And then whatever is left, pick out the ones that really mean a lot to you. If this book was part of your life at whatever time, or they really lived for real in your brain and your heart, and you've read it a million times, and it's really valuable to you for whatever your reason is, instead of keeping them in messy piles that clutter your brain and clutter your home and that clutters your productivity and makes you feel guilty and all that bad stuff, give them a place of honor.
Okay.
And because you do honor them.
That's right.
And so one of the first suggestions I would say is, I got these little display frames. You could use a shadow box frame. I just got these at IKEA. And the idea of this is to pull out the books that mean the most and make art out of them, because they are art. Books are art.
That's beautiful.
And they're great imaginations. And you might value that more than just a poster on your wall or a painting on your wall. So put them there, whether you're bulking a favorite author together or a different as a theme, or it could just be one simple one. And I've done a few here, but if you're a really, really, really passionate book person, you could do a whole gallery wall of them. You could do, in mass quantities in a good way.
That's right.
And what I like about these frames in particular is they open up, so you're not damaging this book at all.
And you can also replace them if you decide that, okay, you've had your time, and now this book is something I want to give importance to.
Exactly, and because I'm Shoana, I can't help but think of, you could put Christmas books in these at Christmas time.
You could.
And you could put gardening books in the springtime, and you could swap them. But again, if they mean that much to you, I'm not going to tell you to rip off the covers and frame the covers. That's literally counter to exactly what we're saying, why you're holding on to them in the first place. So I like this idea because you're not damaging them in any way. And then, so that's one way. And then we've got the back of the wall here. We'll turn around with our big muscles here. And then there's lots of different options. Have we got that?
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll just move it back
a little back so we can fit it in.
This is lovely too.
Yeah, and so these shelves all of these ones are by Umbra, but got them on Amazon. And see, this one you can see it's a little metal frame, and you've just balanced a couple of books. Now, if you've got a problem with keeping too many books, you're going to be tempted with putting 45 books on this. We're trying to make this cute and part of your decor.
Right.
So limit yourself to 4-ish, loosey-goosey, and then add something pretty. Because again, we're honoring these, and maybe it might represent something that's within the book. If the books are about a forest, then the little plant that represents it. You know what I mean? Bring that emotion out. Bring the art out into your decor. And then these ones are really, really simple. Again, Umbra, this is what they look like. They're just oversized owl brackets.
Simple.
And then we're putting whatever books on here. And again, you can they come in a 3-pack, but you could do these en masse. You could use just one, hang one by your bedside table, and that's your books that are in rotation right now. You know what I mean? So,
love that.
But the idea is to take them out of the clutter zone that's really weighing you down.
There's so many places to donate your books to as well. Your public library.
Oh my goodness,
wants your books. So it makes sense to go through and pick out the ones that you love and give the other ones away.
It is, and here's a really good tip I give to a lot of people that are struggling with the cleaning out. Go with the middle road system. So clean them all out in the moment. These are the books that I have to keep in my life. All of these books are the ones I think I can get rid of. But again, I understand it's emotional. Put them in a box and put them in a basement or a room or a corner, but write a date on that box. In 1 month or in 2 months, or this goes for clothes, it goes for anything. If I haven't gone to that box to retrieve one of those books or article of clothing or whatever it is, then it can move on. And it moves on without you reopening that box. Because you reopen that box, you're going to pull books out of it. Yeah, that's the rule. And it works very well because then you realize you don't need it as much as you think.
Okay.
Another idea is this is a box from HomeSense, you know, Winners, Marshalls, one of those stores. And it's technically a jewelry box.
Yes.
But you can put, again, that one important book, the book you took across Europe when you went backpacking as a kid, and da-da-da, whatever, all that stuff. Whatever book it is, you can honor that and put that on your coffee table. Or put it on your nightstand or whatever, wherever, again, that place you want that in your decor. And then lastly, I want to think about the people. I used to hold on to every magazine I've ever purchased. Yeah. And I mean ever purchased. Because I passionately love magazines. So if you've got a special edition magazine, again, one that you love, a cover, a something along those lines. Vogue had, like, you know, one with all the supermodels on it in the 80s. You can frame those too. Or how about the people that are comic book lovers? Yeah. I understand you want to keep those collections. So if you have a very important one or a series of them, same thing, make art out of them and you don't have to hurt them. This frame's from IKEA, inexpensive. It just, between the glass and the matting, is just sitting there. I didn't glue it.
Lovely.
Yeah, so you're not
really good.
it.
Give your books some honor, a place of honor. Let's go to break.